That even Jesus in John's Gospel says, the Son of Man can do nothing on his own, but only what he sees the Father doing. So even Jesus himself lived in this total dependence on God the Father, receiving everything from the Father. But of course, he as God could also raise from the dead, he himself being risen from the dead as well. So this dependence didn't mean that he was nothing, but simply that he received everything from the Lord. So it's a false humility. Let's say when you play a beautiful melody and someone says, oh, that was so beautiful. It's a false humility to say, oh, that was nothing. It was nothing. And it's actually, we could say, denying the goodness of God, the act of God in that person. So what does true humility do? True humility says, thank you so much, receiving this gift, this compliment, recognizing the beauty of the melody, but also recognizing I am not the source of it. It is God who is the source of everything that is good in my life. And I'm sure many times, Sister Susan, you've seen how the Lord has worked in and through you to bless others, to bless those around you. And so we give thanks to God for the many ways in which he has done that, not only over the 70 years, but even, let's say maybe you were older than a year or two when you made that profession, even the years before that. And to give thanks to God in true humility that he who is the source of everything that is good in you has enabled you to participate in this goodness, in creativity, in creation, and in so many other ways. I propose an image, since St. Benedict lived for, I believe, several years in this cave under the monastery of Subiaco. I propose an image of a stalagmite. So if you remember your cave images, the stalactites are coming down from the ceiling, and then the stalagmites are coming up from the floor. So as we look at holiness and these incredible examples of Benedict and Scholastica, these great, great saints, like a stalagmite, we cannot become holy by pulling ourselves up by our own bootstraps. The stalagmite cannot push itself to become greater. It must receive everything from above. Every drop of water that comes every second or every 100 years, depending on the cave, drops these, we could say, these life experiences. Sometimes they are beautiful graces that are easy to receive. We can think of jubilees, anniversaries, and these beautiful sacraments and beautiful moments in our lives, but also those incredibly difficult moments of leaving our own home, of leaving and making sacrifices and cutting ourselves off from the world in one way or another. And every experience, every drop, there are just a few tiny minerals, we could say a few tiny graces that the Lord is inviting us to receive. And the more that we receive these graces from the Lord, the more we grow in holiness, until sometimes they make pillars and we can experience the ecstasy of feeling like we're touching God, like we're encountering God deep in our hearts, because we know that through grace he is present there already.